Welcome everyone to episode 508 Aussie Tech Heads. It's the 28th of October 2016, brought to you by athwebhosting.com.au, Australian servers, web hosting for the stars. If you're a star, jump on and get some nice, fast web hosting from out of Sydney. All right, that was athwebhosting.com.au. Also, you can listen to us and other great podcasts, 24/7 wall-to-wall podcasts. In fact, if you like it, it's at Aussie Tech Radio. Now, you want to search that up on TuneIn Radio app, cross-platform app that one is, and even on your hardware devices in your home, like your amplifier and in your car and all this sort of stuff. So TuneIn Radio, search for the Aussie Tech Radio, and Bob's your uncle. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Aussie Tech Heads, and subscribe to us on youtube.com/Aussie Tech Heads. And don't forget other shows around Aussie Mac Zone. Good show this week after the release of all the Apple MacBook Pros and all that sort of stuff. Get the lowdown on that with Michael and Garth. And Obsidian Loft, Old Fart Geeks, and Aussie Tech Security. All right. And tonight it's a bit of a lonely place in here this week. We've only got Jace. Hey, Jace.
Got slim pickings.
we have, but I'm sure we'll make the most of it.
Yep.
Yeah. And what have you been up to this week? Anything super exciting, or just working? And
just working. I did a bit of some minor updates to my Minecraft plugin and launched it on a new plugin site and got a 5 out of 5 star review. And one of the guys is like, "Oh man, you should be charging for this. This is brilliant. This is the best plugin I've ever seen for Minecraft. Why are you not charging money?"
That was like, Will, from Will.
Yeah. When I first released it 3 years ago, they didn't have the ability to charge for your plugin. So that's something new that's only recently come out in the last year or so on the Spigot website. So I was like, I can't really charge for that after giving away free for 3 years, but I've got an idea for a new plugin. So I might spend the next few weeks working on that, and I might charge a $5 for downloading that.
So you can charge now on that platform?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
It's on the new platform, yeah. The old one, I could put a PayPal link on there, and I've had over 9,500 downloads, but nobody clicked the paid Jason $1 or anything.
Oh, what rubbish. What rubbish that is.
Right? It's a lot of work, but
I know. Fun. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah, also, I downloaded your stickers for the iMessage.
Yeah, I sold about 5 of those.
Oh, that's a coffee?
Only problem is Apple won't give you the money until you get to about $100 or something. So
what?
It might take me another 20 years before I can.
Oh, that's rubbish. I thought, I wouldn't expect them to give it to you, every week. But I mean, geez, if you only get $5 in a year, can't they do a yearly payment of $5?
You'd think so.
Yeah.
I had the same when I used to do a bit of gaming stuff for the Palm OS.
Oh, yes.
PDAs back in the day, and I made a Bejeweled type game where it starts with all these different shaped 3D jewels, and you get to drop another one from the top of the screen, and you match them.
Yes. Yeah,
they disappear and all this sort of stuff. And I wrote some terrible music for it, but I did release a Christmas edition where I transposed like jingle bells, and I had like Christmas bells going in the background.
Okay, yeah,
and
nice.
If you already had the first game, you got that one free because the code worked the same on both of them.
Yeah.
And I got checks from Palm Gear .com was the place that you sold all your stuff on in those days. So I had a check. They would send out the checks after a couple of months, and you might have a check posted from the US for like $12 or $15, but it costs $20 to cash the check and convert it into Australian dollars. So I never got to get the money.
Well, because I got a check for something similar to that once, and I just wrote back to them and I said, "Can you go any way you can cancel this and just put it into PayPal?" And they went, "Yeah, okay." I went, "Can you cancel it and put it in the PayPal, please?"
I'll have to see if Tim Cook can sign up to PayPal. That'll be interesting.
Yes. Yeah, well, let's hope he can.
He's got my credit card. Just give me a refund on it. That'll be all right.
Yes. Now, what's happened to you? You're frozen. Your video's frozen.
Feeling a bit cold.
All right, well, let me do that. And there we go.
There we go. Hey.
There we go. All right. What was I going to say?
Hi, everybody. I'm actually alive.
Yeah, I realised why you were frozen now.
Because this is not a stealing edge.
Don't confuse everyone, especially me.
I used to do that to my daughter all the time and pretend that when we were on Skype that her internet had locked up or something. I just stopped moving and I'm like, I think there's something wrong with it. She said, I saw you blink.
Damn it. That was just a glitch. That was a screen glitch.
Glitch of the Matrix.
Now, what was I going to say to you about... I don't know. I can't remember now. There was something... I was going to go off somewhere. But anyway, so look, no, Will again tonight. He hasn't fixed his computer. What's going on, Will? Can you?
Yeah, come on, man. Everyone's missing you.
Can you even...
Even Eric was asking where you were last time.
That's right. And can you even download podcasts? You even listening, Will? Come on, what's going on? and Eric's, he's studying again. I don't know what's going on there either.
Why are we waiting?
But look, let's go through. Look, I got an email. Yay. One, or at least one. Here we go. Now, got an email from Neil. Now, he just thought he'd drop me a line and tell us about his internet, probably not woes, but just what his internet's up to, because we've been talking a little bit about the NBN lately. So, he starts off and says, he still watches the podcast, still enjoying the show. Good on you, Neil. The internet, NBN, my internet is NBN fixed wireless, 12 meg down and 1 meg up. It must be, 1 meg up. So that's not too bad for fixed wireless. He's got a plan of 250 gigs. Downloads, that's $50 a month. So that's 250 gigs, $50 a month.
Yeah.
Well, it's not too bad. It's look, it's ADSL speeds though, isn't it?
Yep.
Extra $10, he can get 25 meg down and 5 meg up. I reckon you go for that one.
Yep.
5 meg up. Now, where he's down in Elephantstone, wherever that is. Oh, he tells me it's 100 kilograms. It's 100
Good on
k.
you, mate.
That's 100 kilograms.
We're professionals, damn it.
It's 100k from northwest of Melbourne, small rural town. So there are other small towns about 15 kilometres apart around Elephantstone, as this area was in the gold rush in the 1850 period. Well, there you go.
So what's an Elphinstone then? It's not gold. Some other kind of stone.
Well, I suppose it must be. Elphinstone. Yeah. But anyway, the population where he is, 7,000 is largest. Oh, the largest town, 7,000, Castlemaine, which is 13 kilometres away. Yep. And they're just cutting over to fibre to the node. There you go. Active in November.
Yeah.
So that's all right. So things are happening around the place, but they're not happening in Robina. So
no.
that's the bad thing. So all right. So good on you. Thanks, Neil. Now, not much news around this week, Jace. It's pretty poor.
Pretty scarce.
But I remember what I was going to ask you about. Oh, just going back to your stickers. That's right. I downloaded your stickers. Took me ages to figure out what the hell was going on with them and how to work them. I've never used them.
You need a tutorial.
I know, because I thought I'm sitting there because when you look at where do you get your stickers? Blue Bilby on iTunes.
Yep.
2 words, 1 word.
2 words.
2 words. Yeah. So I looked up I found them on iTunes Store, and I looked through and I went, oh yeah, there's your stickers, and you had a picture of your face with a few stickers on it.
Yeah.
Or something, and I thought, oh okay, so he's got a sticker of him. Okay, so I downloaded these stickers looking for that sticker.
Nobody wants to see that sticker.
But so you can only place stickers on images you've already sent.
Yes. So, like, if you pick an image of a ghost that I've got there or one of the pumpkins, so you pick one of those, tap on it, then hit send, and then after that, once it's appeared in the sent part of the screen, you can hold your finger down on any other stickers and drag it and drop it on top of it in like layers and put eyes on it, nose, and words coming out the side of the mouth and all that sort of thing.
Because I think you were, because I tried to do it and sent you a picture, and then you were putting stickers on my picture, and my iPhone is just going whoot, 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 like this. And I'm going, where's the messages? There's no messages. It's just going whoot, whoot, whoot. I was going, I can't handle it. So how are you supposed to know, say, if someone doesn't just come along to a message that's 5 years old, starts putting stickers on it, will that then come up as a new message? Or
No, you'll have to scroll all the way back to the top to try and find out which one he's putting it on.
But you would
One of the
know.
one of the funny things is this guy did a prank set of stickers that you can't get from the App Store anymore because Apple found out and got a bit cranky with him. He created stickers. So what he did was he would use the Messenger app and create a bunch of messages, then cut those out and make them as stickers.
Right.
So Glenn could send me a message saying, "Mate, you suck," and then you could grab these stickers and drag it on top of the words that you said and drop it there, and it would layer on top exactly the same fonts and colors and things, and would say, "Jace, you're a pretty cool dude. I really like you." And then you would see that had happened because it looked like you'd typed it, and you're like, "I didn't type that."
Right. Nice.
Yeah,
yes.
if you have a look at aussiebyte.com, OZIBYTE, one of my other sites that I started doing a couple of stories on, it's got some screenshots of it and the phony iOS stickers.
Oh, yeah. So you're so smart. Oh, yeah. These ones here.
Yeah, so if you scroll down, click on
there's
the
you.
link there for the stickers. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Go
have a
into
look.
that article and it's got a bunch of screenshots in there.
Yeah, right. That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
You would scroll down a bit further. So you would say something and there's a bunch of, go up a bit. You can see on the left there is a bunch of phrases that
Yeah.
are pre-done and you just drag that on top of what somebody else said.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's funny. Yeah,
So it looks as though Glenn has said, "You're the coolest parent I know," or "Teach me how to be more like you," or "You're hilarious."
Oh,
He's
look.
like, I didn't type that. Oh no, somebody's hacked my iPhone, and then Apple would get complaints and stuff like this, and they don't like practical jokes at Apple. I remember somebody created a wallpaper app that you would an app that you would run, and it would put a wallpaper on the screen that looked as though your screen was cracked.
Oh,
The
right.
glasses
Yep.
actually smashed, but it didn't happen. It was just an image, and Apple pulled that off the store because they said, "Oh no, you can't do that sort of thing. We don't want any of those practical jokes and have people ringing up. Why is my iPhone cracked and all this sort of rubbish?" So keep the practice. They said he can put those joke stickers up so long as he changed it to a different type of cartoon and change the font and the color so that you wouldn't know that it would look like an Apple one. And he's like, "Well, that was the whole point of them in the first place. So if you do that, then people are going to know that it was something completely different."
But then, like, depends who you're sending it to. If you're sending it someone like, well, even if someone's got that sent to me, I'd probably go, "Oh, that's a different color." But okay, what are you saying that for?
Yeah.
You'd have to be ready. That's pretty good. I might read that article. So and see if those. So you can still get those stickers.
I think Apple said that they were going to force him to pull it off. He's got a quote there from him on. He did a story on Medium. He wrote, if you scroll down a little bit further. Oh, in the middle above the Amazon stuff.
Oh, yeah, Medium. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, I'll tell you where you can have a look for these. It's by Adam Howell and, medium.com. But if you wanted the direct link to this particular story, just go to the Aussie Byte, OZIBYTE.com, and Jace has written, and it's on the front page. So as of now, that's the first story.
Yep.
So jump into it. All right. So the stickers, they blow my mind a bit, but I finally got
a lot of fun.
Yes.
5 people actually paid me real money for it. So.
I know. Like, how much fun did I have for $2? That was great. And I learned something. That was good. That was good. Yep. All right. Now, look, we better get into some sort of stories.
Well, fine.
I know. Look, there wasn't much going
Ruin
on.
the fun, why don't you?
I'm sure we can find something else to talk about through this. There wasn't too many stories this week.
We're good at going on tangents.
Excellent. We're the best, the pros. The 2 best tangent pros. Yes.
In Aussie Tech Podcasting.
Pro tangents. Now, Microsoft reseller has had to pay over $250,000 in copyright infringements. Now, that's no good, is it? And you never guess who it was. It's someone that we've heard of. PC Case Gear. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? But anyway, look, it wasn't too bad what they did, I don't reckon. Just a little bit of a... just a bit of a something crazy. But anyway, I'll tell you what they did. They had to pay $250,000 after infringing Microsoft copyright by obtaining 4,000 Microsoft Windows 7 certificates of authenticity that belong to the Microsoft Authorized Refurbisher Program. So they've gone... Who knows where they got those from? But anyway, PC Case Gear used the product keys from the Authorized Refurbisher Program to install Microsoft Windows Home Premium on new personal computers. According to PC Case Gear, the product keys are only licensed... according to Microsoft, the product keys are only licensed for use by authorized refurbishers. So, a bit of a tricky one, sort of, I reckon. They've still bought the licenses, but they weren't in the program, so it's probably the price difference there somewhere. But it does go on and say the PC Case Gear has cooperated on resolving the matter and will continue to be a valued Microsoft partner. So that's a good outcome. So the purpose of the refurbishment program is for the purpose of installing Windows operating systems on refurbished second-hand machines for resale only. But I mean... obviously, that's a bit of a tight case, and it's all over and done with $250,000. But geez, it'd be a bit of grey area, wouldn't you think? Like refurbished, new.
I am not a lawyer, but
yeah. But anyway, that's what's happened. So yeah.
Well, there was always things like back in the day that you couldn't sell anybody a copy of Windows OEM unless they bought hardware.
That's right.
So there are a lot of computer shops that would sell you a printer cable for like $10, and then you could buy Windows OEM because you bought hardware.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I think that pretty much still happens, as far as I know. Like when you go to MSY, I don't think they just sell you an OEM. Yeah. I think you've got to, maybe even Umart or somewhere. I think you might even have to show them some credentials.
Yeah. I remember also back in the day when I'd go out to a client's place and you're like, oh, this computer is completely screwed. We need to reinstall everything on it. Do you have do you have Office 97 install discs? No. And they'd say, oh, we did have, but we can't find them now, but we've got the upgrade one still. We kept that. I'm like, okay, that's all right. That's fine. And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. So you reinstall, copy off their data that you could get off there, reinstall Windows, and then when you come to install Office 97, you put the upgrade disk in there, and when it asks you for the product key, you put the start of the product key and then 888888888.
Oh, right.
And the disk, the upgrade only disk, actually had the full version on it, right? But depending on what product key you typed in, it would depend on whether it would only do an upgrade or if it would do the full product. So because they'd obviously paid for the full product and they had just upgraded it to Office 97, they had like Office 95 and they upgraded Office 97, they only had the upgrade disk. So they couldn't have just bought the upgrade disk in and done it themselves because they didn't know any of that. So I could just say, all right, you wipe off Windows and use the upgrade disk to install a full version again.
Yeah, well, I suppose there was little tricks like that, I guess. But yeah, at the end of the day, just do it properly because that's how you don't have any dramas. Look, there's other little problems with counterfeit sales. eBay store. There's the Federal Circuit Court of Australia ordered by consent, whatever that means. Eric might know. He's studying all that. That a Victoria-based reseller. So they've had to pay $22,000 to Microsoft for damages of infringement of copyright. Now, these guys allegedly installed unlicensed copies of Windows on the new PCs. So, according to Microsoft, the reseller used product keys that were printed onto counterfeit certificate authenticity labels. Now, that's bad. That's no good. The reseller operates from its website from eBay and also a physical store. But I suppose buying software on eBay, you've got to run the gauntlet, haven't you? You don't know where it's been.
Yeah.
Or what it is.
Only buy stuff from genuine shops because you don't know. Also, you buy Windows 10 install disk off eBay if it's already been installed on this guy's computer. And then he's like, okay, I backed that up burned it onto another DVD. then goes to sell it to you. You go to install it on your computer, and you go activate it. It says this is already activated on some other computer.
So yeah, so what would happen there? Because I remember you could install Office. Say you go to install Office on another computer, and it would say no, it's already been installed. But if you deactivated it on the previous computer, you were then able to reactivate it on the new computer.
Yep.
But Windows 10, is that really, as far as you know, is that just totally hardwired to that hardware?
It is, yeah. They take a snapshot of your hardware so they know how much RAM's in there, the hard drive size and type, the graphics card size and type, the chipset of the computer, and create a checksum from that, and then send the code to Microsoft. So the next time you come on, if you just upgrade the RAM, it's not too bad. If you put in a RAM, a new hard drive, a new graphics card because you're upgrading your whole computer, you keep this hard drive even. You change like 2 or 3 things too much, and it does another check on it. It'll say, "I'm sorry, you'll have to call Microsoft to have this activated because it doesn't match the fingerprint that we made of the original computer." But whatever happens, if you buy it off dodgy guy on eBay and he's already installed it on his computer, and then you ring up and go, "Yo, I want to put this on there," like you're in a different state or a different country, and the computer is absolutely nothing like the fingerprint we've got. So, wow.
So the Microsoft dude that you talk to, what you reckon they look at? What's the specs of the machine?
They would have some sort of idea and what location that had been registered in, stuff like that. 'Cause it goes through to the Microsoft registration server.
Okay. So in August, Microsoft also settled with 3 other resellers over the trade of unauthorized products. So there's another Victorian business agreed to pay $300,000 in damages to Microsoft for selling unauthorized copies of software and product keys. Now it's getting worse.
Yeah,
I don't think PC Case Gear did that much wrong, but these other 2 fraudsters. Now and there's another one settled for $25,000 damages, and Sydney reseller was accused of illegally copying Windows 10 and Office Professional Plus 2013 on the hard drives. So you have to be careful what's going on.
There's only one thing that drives me crazy about Windows 10 now, because I've got Office 2013, I think, installed on here. Every now and then, Windows updates goes, "Hey, you haven't got the latest version of Office. You should totally get the Office 365 and stuff." I'm like, no. A couple of days later, "Hi, you've totally haven't got the latest version of Office." Like, I know. Go away. I'm not going to pay a subscription.
Well, I think you can
go to Google Docs before I do that.
Yeah. Well, I think you can turn that off. If you you know that little right at the bottom right-hand corner, you get your notifications.
Yeah.
So when you see that thing slide in on the screen, hit your notification so it comes up down the side.
Yeah.
And then right-click on that notification.
Yeah, you can do "Don't show me again." That's what I finally.
Oh, right. So yes,
but it was annoying my dad too, because he doesn't know any better, and it just kept on coming up. Your Office is out of date. Your Office is out of date. Like, what the hell?
I only worked that out today anyway. Because it kept annoyed me again today, and I thought, I've got to get rid of this. So I only worked it out today. But
only because it changes my notification icon to a solid white, and it's got a 1 on there, and you're like, it's like having an iPhone and the little red circle appears on your Facebook with a 3 on it, or on your email, and you're like, I don't like having that number on top of my thing. I just open up Facebook and then close it. Okay, the number's gone.
Well, my wife's got the, how you get your mail app. She's got the Gmail coming through to the mail app on her phone, and I don't know what she's doing, but the number is that big you can't see it all. It's like it's over 100,000.
Nuts!
It's like it goes 103,00 and then ... It's just, I don't know.
Spam, lovely spam.
I don't know what she's doing. I saw I don't know what made me think of it. Maybe because Monty Python sung that song. No, it was the Goodies. But I saw Monty Python. Fawlty Towers was like in the list of top 40 BBC shows. It got to about number 6 or something.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
You notice the Goodies probably won't be there. I think they had some sort of fight with the broadcasting company, because if you have a look on Wikipedia, it says that The BBC decided after the first run they would never ever syndicate and replay the goodies ever again. So they didn't get any extra money for the shows, whereas, Doctor Who, they'll play over and over and over again, Fawlty Towers over and over, but the goodies, they said, nope, we're not ever going to do that again.
But with, I know in the early days, maybe something happened back in the early days, I don't know, who knows, but I know with Doctor Who, there's only, this Power of the Daleks that's coming out, which is the cartoon version with the original audio. But, I've read the hype and the back cover or whatever you want to call it on that thing. Yep. And it goes on about, it's like, this has never been seen since the first run. And I think all these old shows back in the 60s and maybe early 70s, they would only be shown once, and that was it.
Yeah, because they only had, because the tape was expensive, they'd only use it once, show it, and then they'd record over it with another television show.
Yeah.
And then show that to audiences. So if you're really, really lucky and some dude had his Betamax going and recorded it or something back in the day, then you might be able to recover it. That's where they got a lot of the original Doctor Who's from, just random guys over the world who videoed it and kept their VHS tapes for like 50 years. And they're like, okay, we'll recover everything we can from that, and the rest we'll make up with still photos or animations or something.
But you even see some of the clips that they get, from fans or for whoever from that period of time. Like some of the clips that are missing that they get back from fans that they've been taken by like a Super 8 camera.
Yeah.
Off the telly.
Filming the telly. Yes. Oh, I hate when you want to see something on YouTube and you're like, oh, that's my favourite clip of The Simpsons or something, and there's a guy there who's had his phone sitting in front of the telly and he's recorded it. You can see the dog walk through and the quality is really crud. You're like, oh, I don't want to post that anywhere, but it's the only one that they've done, so I guess I'll have to put that on Facebook.
So maybe Doctor Who might have been the first show that was ever put out as screeners.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get that episode of Doctor Who. Oh, but it's a screener.
Yeah.
You don't want to watch
We don't want that.
No.
Wait till they rip the Blu-ray in 50 years.
Well, that's right, yeah. Do you reckon they're going to find any more of the old ones?
Possibly. I mean, it's always possible that they'll discover something somewhere. Every now and then they find in old archives down in the basement, oh, there's this thing that they know. We did an interview with some people and it's never been shown. I think they're not like that long ago. They're still finding like footage of interviews done with Steve Jobs that were never actually shown, and they put them online on YouTube or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So like there's a lot of that old. Because back when they recently found those a couple of years ago now, what was the Web of Fear or something? There's still 2 missing, but when the guy found them, he found the whole lot, and then nice. 2 went missing after he'd found them. So someone's out there fingering them somewhere. Now,
did you watch Class yet?
No, I haven't. No, I will.
A lot of catch up to do. I have you, son.
Yeah, any good? You like it?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not as great as Doctor Who, I think. But, my nephew said, oh, what do you think of Class? Should I be watching it? And I'm like, not at your age, no.
How old is he?
Recommend it to you. He's 14 or 15, I think.
Oh, right. What?
He just watches. He doesn't watch anything that's like really scary or violent or anything like that. So he definitely would be up for that.
Right, I'll have to watch it. I thought it was made for kids. I'll have to watch it.
A lot of blood and gore in one of the most recent ones. Not the last one, but the one from last week. Yeah.
Oh, that's what we want. Look, I got so many segues after that discussion.
Off you go.
I've got a segue.
I've written on one, but your balance might be a lot better than mine.
Yeah, well, let's go for talking about blood and gore. How about the how's this for one? How about the data loss or whatever, data breach at the blood bank?
Yeah, Red Cross.
Yeah, so personal data and medical records of more than 1 million citizens donating blood to the Red Cross, this is in Australia, has been exposed online. And apparently the country's biggest and most damaging data breach to date. 1.3 million records.
You're supposed to do million.
Sorry. Hang on, I'll get back on the screen. Million. So where's my little photo again? Yeah, so the file, a 1.74 gig file containing 1.28 million donor records going back to 2010, was published to a publicly facing website was discovered by an anonymous source and sent to security expert and operator of haveibeenpwned.com. So
Yeah, keep checking that every now and then.
yes.
Now
yeah.
everyone's going to know you're AB positive. What can you do?
Yeah. Oh well, but I don't think that was part of the info. But yeah, that's right. Like how it was discovered and how it was uncovered was, I don't know, some little script kiddie or whoever's got time to do this sort of stuff. They uncovered through a scan of IP address ranges configured to search for publicly exposed web servers that return directory listings containing SQL files.
Yep.
Happy days. What are you going to do today?
Program.
I might just do a scan of publicly facing websites for SQL files. Yeah. Woo.
And what do most of the companies do? Instead of patching up the hole, they go, "You go to jail, son."
Yes.
You're like, he just found a vulnerability that you should have been aware of, and you should fix it and make sure it doesn't happen again. And don't go threatening people because they're helping you and the public by finding these things.
Yeah, so the contents of the MySQL dump database backup contains everything from personal details, name, gender, physical and email address, phone number, date of birth. Oh, yeah, you're right. And occasionally blood type and country of birth. Yeah, so...
That's it. They got your number now.
Yeah, I think the main problem there is your name and address, but I mean...
Any of that black market blood sales? You wake up in the morning and you can see there's a Band-Aid on your arm.
You know what?
Somebody's been there taking your blood overnight to sell it on the black market.
Yeah, that's right. Now, it does not contain blood reports or analysis, but anyway, that's just...
So they
crazy.
don't know you got herpes, they just know you're AB positive.
Yeah, wouldn't that be bad? But who would have... Like, what are the chances of this falling into some, crook's lap?
Probably already has, You only know that because this guy has reported it. What about the other guys who'd already been there and didn't report it?
Yeah, I guess so. True. Yeah, so that's no good.
You ever run a web server and you have a look at the query logs constantly going through there with people trying all the different auto scripts to hack something, and they're just constantly scanning every single IP there is on the internet and trying to get in somehow through an old WordPress hole or security hole or Joomla or Drupal or any of those. They've all got security holes, particularly old stuff. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I find in my current job, spam being sent from servers is because they're running old versions of Parallels, Plesk.
Oh, yeah, right.
And the people have 4 or 5 versions ago, and those security holes have been fixed, but those servers haven't been updated because A, money, B, time, and C, most people don't care. When I worked at a web hosting company, we had this guy we had cPanel, and you know what cPanel is. You've got that there. And this guy's WordPress got owned and hacked. Right. And so he rings up to complain to us, and he's like, "I thought you guys sold me a secure server." We're like, well,
we did.
It was secure until you put old software on there and didn't update it, and it has security holes, and now you put a hole in our server, and that was your fault, not ours.
That's right.
So these things don't get updated or anything, so they're constantly being scanned just to find any holes like that, just so people can spam. So if you're like, database full of SQL data that's not encrypted or anything, ka-ching, let's go sell this to someone.
Yeah, well, I guess so. And the guy went to the site, Have I Been Pwned? He could have just said, "Hey, blood bank." But yeah, because I got a letter. I got a letter, and they said, this is what's happened.
There's a ton of money in legit home addresses, particularly if email addresses are matched to a name, because the spammers want to know that they're sending out spam to a fresh list, which has got real contact details, and they're actually going to spam real people and get their money's worth. So,
but it's not
they can sit there with scripts auto-generating email addresses. J Brown at IINet, B Brown, C Brown, D Brown, E Brown, until they get to somebody. And if they've got an actual list, these lists are worth money.
Yeah, well, look at all the social. What do you call it? You get social. What is it when they
engineering?
Yeah, social engineering data that is just so valuable. When you're talking to the bank, name, address, date of birth, maybe phone number, and all this is here.
Yep.
What
type?
Yeah, what's your physical address? Oh, it's in the dump. Well, what's your email address? In the dump. What's your phone number? Dump. Date of birth? Dump. Blood type? Dump.
Yeah, and think of this too. Hello, I'm from the Microsoft. Are you Glenn?
Yeah, yes, that's
Glenn
right.
Goodman? Yes, and you are at this address?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we are from your bank. This
Yeah.
is your name and address and phone number, correct? Oh, yes, you've totally identified me. Well, we're needing to be processing a charge. Please provide your credit card details. Oh, thank you very much. Goodbye. Oh, where's my $6,000
Yes.
gone?
That's right. Where is that gone? So yeah. So look, that's nasty. I don't know what's going to come out of it. Normally, these data breaches of privacy, end up with some dollar signs being thrown around.
Yep.
I don't know. Look, if they offered you $100, I don't know if I'd take it from the blood bank. To be honest, they do a lot of good work. But yeah, it was just something
Supposed to be
unfortunate.
doing deposits, not withdrawals.
Well, that's right. Yeah,
Not that kind of bank.
do you give blood, or have you ever given blood?
I used to quite often, particularly when I was in Brisbane, but I had two problems. One, the Red Cross in the main CBD, I went up there. I don't know if they had very well trained people, but they'd be like, okay, we'll stick a needle in there. Oops, we missed the vein. Let me twist it around until I find it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hematoma. Hang on, we'll just put a Band-Aid on there. Let's try this one. Stick it in. Oh, we missed the vein. Let's wiggle around. Right, I got it there. Just hold it there. And you're like, for about 20 minutes while they suck the blood out there. Like, okay, that's it. You're like, that was incredibly painful. I think you need a new job.
Yes.
But
yes.
one of the other times I went there and I said, oh, I want to try something different. I want to try donating blood plasma.
Ooh.
Because they don't get that very often.
No.
So they're like, okay, yep, hook you up to the machine. They did the test to make sure you've got, enough red blood cells and stuff for them to be able to suck the stuff out of you.
Mm.
And what happens is they put the line in you and it takes the blood out, mixes it with an anticoagulant and stores the plasma as it spins around and then puts the blood back into you. So they're only taking the plasma out, they put the blood back in.
Yeah.
And I was there for about 25 minutes and it had 3 minutes to go and I passed out.
Oh, no.
And so the chair that I was in, they tipped me upside down so that my head is right down and all the blood rushes to your head to bring you around again. And then I come around and they slowly sit me up again and they go, "You're right." I'm like, "Yeah, how long was I out?" "Oh, for about 10 seconds or something." You're like, wow, that was pretty nuts.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hang on, I'm going to...
Oh.
And passed out again.
Why were you passing out? Do you know?
So they got the ambulance in, chucked me on a stretcher and took me over to hospital and pumped a ton of fluids in me from drips. But apparently they were saying I had a allergic reaction to the anticoagulant that they put the blood through to stop it coagulating so that they can spin out the plasma. So
no more plasma.
I said, like, no more donating blood plasma for you.
No,
Like, no, definitely not.
Oh, look, I know how painful. Like, I know when they've tried to hit a vein. I've never had the needle twist around, but I know when they've sort of just missed or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that is very, very painful. But luckily, or when they did that to me, they go, "Oh no, we missed it." Then we can't do that arm now. So they went to the other arm.
Yeah, it's a better way of doing it. Don't twist.
Don't twist.
I just sat there. I was like, I really want to donate and, do the right thing for a good cause, but I'm never coming back here again. So I haven't donated since then, but I've been, ever since I've moved to Newtown now, I'm like, I should probably think about doing it again because I used to do it quite regularly.
Yeah.
And then they'd send you a letter saying, thank you for donating this many times and you've saved this many people's lives and stuff.
Yeah, makes you feel good.
They need so much blood all the time. They just don't get enough donors, and they help people in car accidents and people who are having babies and people who are doing operations and many times a day they need blood and just can't get enough of it.
Yeah, and especially if you've got a rarer type.
Yeah.
I don't know what I am, A positive or something. Who knows? But anyway, we better get back to some text.
Let me go check on have I been pwned. I'll tell you what blood type you've got.
Yeah, okay. All right. What did you come across this week on this very slow news week, Jace?
Well, I came across this article. A new patent awarded to Apple today, uncovered by Patently Apple, shows the company is exploring a foldable iPhone concept,
Oh.
confirming what rumors have long suggested. Apple was believed to be researching foldable iPhone design starting back in 2013, but new evidence suggests the company is still serious about making this concept a reality at some point. The new patent was actually filed back in August 28, but was only officially awarded to Apple today. Patently, Apple claims the company was able to keep its newest foldable iPhone patent under wraps by using an engineer's name during the filing process. The
Right.
patent itself explicitly uses the iPhone moniker rather than referring to it as a generic electronic device, and shows several drawings depicting the current design we all know, including the iconic home button. Where the patent gets interesting in its description of the materials that could be used to make the future iPhone. It explicitly describes an iPhone housing that could be made with glass, ceramic, fiber, aluminium, or plastic, which isn't much different to what's currently used. The real revelation, however, is the patent's description of carbon nanotubes that would allow the iPhone to literally fold in half down the middle. Here's what
Oh.
the patent says. Conductive carbon nanotube paths can form signal paths that are flexible and resistant to cracking. Carbon nanotube structures may be incorporated into signal cables such as flexible printed circuit cables, rigid printed circuit boards, printed circuits that include rigid portions with flexible tails, sometimes referred to as rigid flex, portions of the display structures, portions of touch sensors such as capacitive touch sensor arrays for displays or trackpads, camera structures, antenna structures, housing structures, internal device structures, electronic components, substrates, brackets, housing walls, other structures, or a combination of these structures. The patent goes on to say that the future device may have a hinge or other bendable joint, and of course shows a picture of that concept. Although this sounds wildly misguided, Apple's chief rival Samsung has also been pursuing similar technology and designs. Samsung has patented so many foldable phone designs, Patently Mobile created a huge archive to keep track of them all.
Oh, God.
Don't expect to see a foldable iPhone anytime soon, though. It's important to remember that not all patents turn into products, and even if patents are eventually used in real life products, it takes years for them to ever see the light of day. So don't wait for a foldable iPhone because the iPhone 7 is already great, even without the ability to fold in half.
Or headphones.
And I also noticed they're talking about the iPhone 8 might be wireless charging with the Qi charger.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's the latest rumors going around. So
Okay.
I like my LG I've got here. There's a charger stand,
Oh, yeah. That's
and
all
you
right.
plug the cable into the back there, and then you just plonk the phone on there, and it charges without actually plugging into anything. So that's quite cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, look, I wouldn't mind a little something like that, actually, because like I've got my phone here charging now. But yeah, sometimes you're sitting at your desk or whatever, and you'd like it to sit, like just sit
Sit up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just so you can see it. Yeah, sit like that instead of just being flat on the desk.
Well, one of the good things about this is the peephole screen
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
You can
nice.
see the time, the weather, all that, and dates and location, that sort of stuff. So it's quite good to have that just sitting there. You can double tap it to see the screen, and you can have all sorts of apps that show up through that little circle screen that they call a quick circle. But
Yeah.
I about a year and a half ago on eBay, I bought a Qi charger pad that you could lie your phone down on, but it was third party El Cheapo Junko.
Yeah,
And
right.
it turned out that you'd have the phone and you'd lie it on the pad and it'd say, please align this 100% correct to be able to charge. And you're like, okay, you move it a quarter inch this way. Please align, please align, please align, please align, please align.
Right.
I did that like 500 times every day, and I'm like, screw that for a joke, and chucked it. But this one is official LG one. You can see on the back there. So you just
Oh,
go
yeah.
plop.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
it works every time.
Look, I wouldn't mind buying one for mine, but probably, knowing Apple, probably cost me 500. I wouldn't even bother. But look, that patent, I was just flashing through a few photos there images while you were talking about that. And what that flip phone reminds me of, remember these little games? The
Yeah, I used
Nintendos?
to love them, particularly Octopus,
Yeah.
Oil Panic.
And then the particular ones that had the two screens, they flipped out. You had was it?
Dual screen Nintendo Dual DS.
Was it?
Early, kind of, right?
Yeah, something
That's
like
what
that.
DS stands for, dual screen.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, like I remember those old games. I think Popeye used to. Yeah, there's Popeye. The Popeye was one that I used to
You want to
play.
hear something weird and spooky?
What? You've still got
When
one?
when I was a kid, I had a nightmare about falling off a ship into the water and being chased by sharks. The
Right.
next morning was my birthday, and my parents gave me one of those Game and Watches, and the Game and Watch had a ship that was burning, and people jumped off into the water, and you had to catch them before the sharks got them.
Oh, wow. That's a bit of
I
blow
had
your
no
mind.
idea that was going to be a present or what mum and dad had thought to buy me, but they're just like, well, funny you should say you had that dream. Open
Wow.
this package here.
That's very spooky, really, isn't it?
I
But,
know.
but look, just go back to this image on the. If you're on the video, you can see this image of Popeye. It's got a screen, but look, it's widescreen. Hey, the technology back then, widescreen. How good is
16.9.
it is too, by the look of it. Yeah, I used to only go up to about 1,000. I used to be able to clock that. It was pretty easy. That was
Oh.
pretty good. All right. Look, I suppose. Look, we've talked some crap this episode, but Apple lifts the lid on the new MacBook Pros. If you missed the Apple event when was it? Wednesday morning or whenever it was. Look, I won't go on about it, but the guts of the whole presentation was some new MacBook Pros. So there's a
That
15-inch.
was basically the whole presentation. Like, we stopped doing some of the stuff. MacBook Pros upgraded a bit, still a bit behind all the other laptops,
Yeah.
and it's got this funky touch bar across the top.
Yep, so there's now like a 15-inch version and two 13-inch versions. Now, the main difference between the 13-inch version is that it's a lower-end configuration. It will not include the touch bar. That's only one of the 13-inch versions. So this touch bar, what do you ask? What is this? This is taking place of the function row of keys on the new MacBook. What Apple is calling the touch bar, the touch-sensitive display strip that provides controls that adapt to whatever app is being used. So at the most basic level, the touch bar will replace the system functions like the volume and the brightness control, but it also supports Apple-made apps as well as Microsoft Office and other third parties. Now, Apple is also adding Touch ID to the MacBook Pro for fingerprint authentication and online payments. So that's not too bad. I can see that's going to be beneficial.
Yeah. And you can also switch it into function key mode where it has escape and all the function keys you're used to across the top because everything's virtual and you can put anything in there. So that's one of the options built in.
So the 15-inch MacBook Pro features an i7 processor up to 16 gig of memory. Now the starting price for the MacBook Pro, $3,599, and I think
Is that US?
No, can't be. That's pretty up there. Let me have a look where this story. No, that'd be an Australian price.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. 3,599.
Yeah.
That's What was that Microsoft Pro? The Surface that was about 2,000.
Four. I
Oh,
think
how
about
much?
4.
Oh, was it? Wow, that's a nice machine though.
USB-C, everything in these new Pros as well.
Yep.
So the USB-C ports are replacing the normal USB ports, but each of the ports can have a power charging cable plugged in, so you could have it in the two left or the two on the right. You can have DisplayPort Thunderbolt connectors plugged into any of the 4. You can plug in... Well, you can't plug in your iPhone 7 because you've got the normal USB 2/3 USB plugs, but this is USB-C and it won't fit. So you have to buy another cable for that, won't you?
Excellent. I just love buying Apple cables and dongles and stuff. I love it.
Just wait till some third-party people have got it online and get it
They
there.
don't work. Now the 13-inch ones, they come in the dual core i5, 8 gig of memory. Now the starting price for the higher end version of the new MacBook 13-inch is $2,699, and all these are going to start shipping in about 2 weeks. The lower end MacBook is a dual core i5, 8 gig of memory, and this version, the low end version, 13-inch MacBook Pro, starting price of $2,199. Jeez. Now torrent websites, they've been getting taken down quite often these days, with the kick-ass torrents being I don't know. I think you can still get in some sort of version of them, can't you?
Yeah,
But
there'll always pop up another one somewhere.
look, there's one that's in this article here from news.com. I don't know if you've seen this one, but these guys, they've called themselves. They've been around a while, so a while ago they called themselves 1337X. So
So
one,
they're highly trustworthy illegal hacker,
that's
illegal
right.
pirates.
You can trust them with your life. Yeah, so it's just all numerals 1337 and the letter X.
So that's Leet X.
Oh, what's
One
leet?
three three seven spells Leet
What's that
in
supposed to
hacker
mean?
speak.
Does that mean something?
Well, you're Leet. You're the number one
Oh,
pirated person because you're more Leet than the others.
oh, okay. They're
Short
missing.
for elite,
Yes.
ELITE. Then they just had LEET, and then 1337 is Leet.
Fair enough. Now, so they've devised a plan. Apparently, they've seen the gap in the market because the kick-ass torrents is down, Pirate Bay is up and down. You know, like Bride's 90, everything's going on. So they've seen a gap in the market, so they've decided to redo their homepage. And now it doesn't have a mention of a torrent in sight. It's just a little search bar. And apparently they're saying that Google, Google will be forced will have to index this site as part of their normal algorithms, unless it's be manually intervention.
What if they got robots.txt file?
What happens if they?
Google's not supposed to index it. If you got a robots.txt file, it says don't index it.
But I think they want it indexed.
Ah,
Yeah, so
I see.
they've changed it so it's a look. I'll show you a photo.
But then Google could block it if they didn't have it indexed. Then you could just do a search. It looks kind of like the idea for Google.com, doesn't it? You
A
just
little
got
bit.
Google at the top and search in there, and that's about it for Google. So they're sort of copying that.
So Google was forced to comply with original takedown requests. This is of with the kick-ass and also of the previous versions of the Lead X homepage.
Yep.
So that they were forced to comply with takedown notices. So the new layout features a search box on its homepage with not a torrent file in sight. Now, a quote from these guys is, due to our old index being blocked by search engine, new users were having issues finding the website. We developed a new index page that contains only search, so we don't get blocked by search engines in the future. So the
Yeah, so
operator...
if they indexed the whole site, they would still have the site blocked.
Right.
So they don't want it to be indexed. All they want is their own built-in search engine to be able to find the things for you, but Google not to say, oh, that's got Captain America.avi on there. That site is blocked.
So they said that it would likely take a while before Google made the website appear in search results.
Yeah, just the main website.
Yes. But the redesign, yeah, it's not a bad looking website, but I don't know. I just don't have time for torrenting.
Kim.com made a ton of money out of doing the naughty stuff, so why not?
Well, he did, and they make it out of ads, don't they? And
Haven't heard much about him lately, have you?
yes, I did. His name popped up in the for some reason in the American election cycle somehow.
Yep.
Doing something, I forget. Let me Google him. He was doing something. His name popped up somewhere. Kim.
He's also known as Mega Racer in Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, okay.
That's one way to get yourself into Wikipedia, isn't it?
Well, yes, that's right.
Com warns Clinton is in
Yes.
serious trouble.
He would know. The pirate from New Zealand. He's got a warning for Hillary.
He's probably got all the WikiLeaks on his computers as well, so he can look through them. What do you reckon?
He probably has. It wouldn't, like, this sort of stuff, it wouldn't surprise me if him and Assange are in contact. You know, like, oh, but who knows? Like, it's just, who knows? It's just crazy. Yep. But you know, like, oh, here he goes. He's tweeted. This must have been where I heard from it. So he's tweeted, there's unpublished material yet to come out. Clinton is in serious trouble. Well, can't he? Where is he? Is he still in New Zealand or what's he doing?
Must be somewhere.
That's right.
Oh, and I see some terrible news. It says Iceland's pirate party fails to win majority in parliamentary vote. They were so close to winning.
Yeah, how close? Were they really close or they not really?
Yeah. Oh, you have a look at all the headings. It's like Iceland's pirate party wins 10 seats. Will need unlikely coalition to rule. Pirate Party likely to win. They've risen to popularity. They've tripled the election results and all sorts
Right.
of stuff.
There's a pirate party in Australia.
I want to go. Do they have a lot of rum or something?
They might. Bundaberg rum. Now, the pirate party sets sail with tall ship party. Oh, the headlines.
Yeah.
Pirate party cautions about proposed piracy reforms. But pirate party urges Parliament to get serious on free speech. Census debacle demonstrates government inability to manage digital privacy. Yeah, all right. All right. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
Sure, yeah. When YouTube Red launched a year ago, the plan was for the service to grow into a competitor against the likes of Netflix and Hulu. Now, less than a year later, subscriber totals show that YouTube still has a long way to go before public will accept paying a monthly fee for YouTube. According to multiple sources with knowledge of the situation, YouTube Red had 1.5 million paying subscribers as of late summer, with another 1 million users signed up on a trial basis and not paying the monthly fee. These numbers underscore just how difficult it is to convince millions of people to pay for something they've had free access to for over a decade. They also reflect the interest level in YouTube Music, which launched last November and requires a Red subscription to take full advantage of. There's some statistics in YouTube's favour. YouTube Red has only rolled out in 4 countries so far: US, Mexico, Australia, and New Zealand, which means the service isn't available to all of YouTubers' over 1 billion monthly users.
Good luck getting Australians to pay for it.
Yeah, screw that for a joke. We're the biggest pirating country in the world because of all the lockdowns and releases over the years and months and holding everything back. The service is outpacing the growth of video competitors like CBS All Access and Sling TV, and YouTube says Red subscribers are the heaviest users of YouTube. Creators featured in YouTube Red Originals see a significant boost in subscribers and watch times on their main channels. The company also noted that Red subscribers watch 75% more YouTube on their TVs than average users. The numbers against YouTube: it's the biggest video streaming service in the world and the biggest music streaming service in the world. As a leader in either of those categories, 1.5 million subscribers in the first year of a paid service isn't great, and especially not great when you're the leader in both categories. Tidal grew faster than YouTube Red did in the first year after its relaunch, picking up 2.1 million subscribers. To be fair, Tidal rolled out to more countries than YouTube Red did in its first year, but Tidal was/is a public relations disaster that most of the internet loves to hate.
But now YouTube Red, look, it's $11.99 a month. So look, that pits it up there. That shoots it up. Oh, what's Presto? What's Stan? That's like $10 a month.
Yeah.
So like this is YouTube Red. I don't know. I don't watch enough YouTube to be paying for it.
I'm the same. And I think what's interesting is if you take the statistics of any of the podcast shows I'm on, maybe maximum 40, 50 people watch it on YouTube, but there's like 600 to 800 people download it through podcast apps and watch or listen to the podcast version of it. YouTube is terrible for that kind of thing because hardly anyone watches or listens to the shows, whereas we've got subscribers that are downloading, 500 to 800 times a month.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Like look, YouTube Red. Like you'd have to be like right into your music. I can't see why. I don't know why you would want to spend $12 a month. If it was $12 a year, maybe.
Yeah.
But
so you really, really, really want to watch PewDiePie lots.
Yeah, well, that's right. So let me just have a look. I'll just do a quick Eric calculation. Eric likes doing calculations on the show.
Hey Siri, calculate this.
$11.99 times 12 is $143 a year divided by 365. So it's 40 cents a day. 40 cents a day. So what's that? $2.80 a week.
Yep.
Well,
you'd have to like your. I mean, I watch music on YouTube for free. You just watch one of the stupid ads that go for 20 seconds, or skip if you can.
Yeah.
Or that sort of thing.
And,
but I'll wait for the ad and not pay. Thanks.
Yeah, and look, something that annoys me of late with these catch-up TV things is when they can get the damn thing working, because they've got to put ads in it. Every time an ad comes on, it just sort of stuffs up for some reason. So I was watching we watched The Block on catch-up on the Telstra TV Channel 9, 9 now. And not only do ads come on at very varying levels of audio and volume, like you might be you're watching your show, you're happy, and it's just,
You got the kids asleep, nice and quiet. You turn up the block so you can listen to
yeah,
it.
and then the ad will just blast, and then the next ad will be soft. Then the next ad will be loud, and then whatever. And also, what's happening is that the last night when we were watching it, it went through a set of 3 ads, and then they repeated, and it was repeating the set of ads each time there was an ad break. I went, this is crazy.
Not enough people wanted to sponsor this show, so we'll show you the same ones again.
Yeah.
They get their money's worth.
Yeah, because the 9 Now app never used to be like that. It used to be no ads. We were quite happy with that. So we're going to have to start actually recording it again rather than the catch
I've been
up.
thinking of what to do for some sort of service for my girlfriend's place, because I've got an Apple TV 2 there, and YouTube's gone from it because Google wouldn't release an updated version that would work on the Apple TV 2.
Right.
So that was there, and it's been removed out of the list of icons, so you can't watch YouTube on it unless you do the Apple mirroring, in which case you have to have another device running with it on there anyway.
Yep.
I think it's got 9 catch-up and none of the other. There's no iView, there's no Channel 10, there's nothing else.
Yeah, right.
So
I think
we just use it for watching Netflix, but we wanted to watch the new Doctor Who spin-off Class on iView, and couldn't do it. So I thought, well, what can I do? So I thought, oh, that's right. My after I'd been talking to you about all of this after last week's show, and my girlfriend's got my old MacBook Pro. It's mid 2010 MacBook Pro. So I thought this will be brilliant. You've got AirPlay mirroring. So whatever you watch on your screen, you could just mirror it to the Apple TV and watch it.
Yep.
So I thought we'll queue it up into one of the Chrome windows for
Yes.
ABC iView and then mirror it.
Yep.
No, the AirPlay is only supported from 2011 MacBook Pros, not the 2010, because it didn't have the hardware to be able to do it. So even though you go into the display settings and it says, tick a box that says enable AirPlay, you can't do it. So I'm only guessing maybe it can only AirPlay audio, and that'll work fine, but you try and do video or a web page or something, and you click on the enable AirPlay, and you can see up the top of the screen where it puts the icons, kind of like the sys tray on Windows. One of the icons that's already there moves to the left and then back again, as if it was moving to put space for the AirPlay.
Right.
Realised, oh no, this platform's not supposed to do that, and deleted it, and it moved back again.
So
So I'm like, I can't do it on AirPlay. I can't use the Apple TV to watch any of the catch-up stuff.
No.
So
So-
what should I do? And I thought, maybe I need to get either Android, one of those device ones you plug in,
Cast.
and apparently the best one I've been reading in reviews is NVIDIA Shield,
All right.
but it's not available in Australia, so it doesn't have any of the catch-up stuff on there. But everyone's really raving over that one as a media streaming device and watching things online and Netflix and things.
But if you've got, is that Apple TV? Is it the 2 or the 3?
2.
Can't you jailbreak that?
Might have to. I did once. It jailbroke all right once, but the thing that I was thinking of, maybe if I just get the 4, which is the new one, and you can also use the new controller or get a Bluetooth controller, and you can play games on it because it's got the App Store now.
Yeah.
I thought for some casual gaming, it might be all right. I won't bother about getting Xbox or PlayStation. I want mostly for the streaming, but a little bit of gaming might be fun for the kids. So.
Yeah, because with those catch-ups, like the catch-ups you can do, they're not available on that Chromecast. I think Channel 9 might have developed their app for Android, but the others haven't. They're iOS. They're on the Apple TV 4, as far as I know.
Yeah. And the other thing that I found out, that if you've got Xcode, you create a developer account you don't have to pay the $99 or in Australia $149 to register as a developer with the account you can sell stuff with. Any developer account you can register for free, as long as you're not selling anything in the App Store.
Right.
So you do that, then you can install Kodi on there and stream all your stuff. Kodi's the new name for XBMC, the player. You can sideload in retro game emulators. So you can
Oh,
play all your Nintendo, your Sega, and all of those games, Mario and stuff, on your Apple TV because you're not actually jailbreaking it. All you're doing is turning it into a developer box,
right.
enabling that feature, which is built on there for developers to create things. Then you type in the address of the GitHub location of the code for the emulator
Yeah.
in Xcode, and you say compile this and then install it onto your Apple TV, and now you got this new application. They also made their own version of Safari, so you've got a web browser on your Apple TV. So if you want to
Oh,
browse
right.
some things on the web, you can do that as well. But yeah, to have Kodi to stream stuff from your server and things, although they do have VLC for the Apple TV, so I'll give them
Mm.
that,
Mm.
and that's in the App Store. But yeah, you can sideload emulators and play all your old games, and I think you can even get MAME for it as well. So I was
Sweet.
thinking that might be an idea because I'd like to play some of the old
Mm.
stuff, but
So this
I don't
is,
want to jailbreak just in case Apple brings
yeah.
out another update and screws that up. But
Oh,
you got all the
doubt
streaming
it.
stuff there, and you can listen to any music you bought in the Apple Music Store. You can watch any of the movies that you bought in iTunes
Mm.
store and all that sort of stuff. So it might
Well,
be worthwhile getting Apple TV.
yeah. Well, I bought this thing the other day. Now that you mentioned Kodi, because I bought a little Kodi box.
Hmm.
So it's with a little Android box with Kodi already loaded on.
Yep.
And as far as like, I've only been able to play with it once or twice, and yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yep.
I'll show you my little. That's the one there. It was I got it from eBay, of course.
Yep.
Um, Now it is the title of it. I'll just read you the title if you want to. Anyone wants to search for it, but it's a 3 plus 16 gig octa core 4K Android 6 fully loaded Kodi 16.1 smart TV box 2.4 / 5.8 G Wi-Fi.
That's a mouthful and a half.
It is, isn't it? But look, if anyone wants to know, if anyone's interested, just email me and I'll give you a link to the one. Or I might even
Or look at the show notes.
yeah, I'll put it in the show notes, or I might even just put it on the Twitter. So that's
All
Aussie
the
at
things.
Aussie Tech Heads. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, look, so it seems to be working okay. It's wireless. I've hooked it all up. But I'm interested when you said that. So you can download apps for Kodi, like the MAME and all that sort of stuff.
No. These go into the Apple TV itself as
Oh,
separate
right.
apps.
Right. Yeah, because
You
I'm
just,
just.
you just have to compile them yourself using Xcode, but there's tons of tutorials on YouTube. It's a piece of cake to do.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I want to get into this little Kodi, see what it does, and look up some apps, see if I can stream
Yeah,
some stuff.
XBMC was good. Used to use that, and then Plex
Yeah.
became number one, and now it's Plex versus Kodi on all the websites, which is the best one.
Well, this Kodi interface looks pretty good. Yeah, from what I can see. So we'll give it a burl for a while, see what happens.
Sounds right.
Yeah. All right. Any more, Jace?
You got time for any more?
Yeah, one more.
A quick one.
Yeah.
Okay, mine because Mr. Will's a bit too busy, so we'll do this on this show instead. Minecraft Education Edition officially launches.
Oh,
Following
right.
months of testing and free trials for early adopters, Minecraft announced this morning, well, a couple of days ago, that its learning-focused version of the popular Minecraft game, Minecraft Education Edition, is now available for purchase. The game is available in 50 countries and in 11 different languages, the company said, and will include the Classroom Mode companion app that lets teachers manage settings and interact with students in the game. Microsoft had first announced its plans to develop a version of the game for educators at the beginning of the year after acquiring the learning game Minecraft EDU for an undisclosed sum. The company then built upon that library of lessons and activities to develop programs for teachers across a variety of subjects, including STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, history, language, and art, for example. At the time of the deal, Microsoft had said it made sense to move in this direction, given that Minecraft was already being used in over 7,000 classrooms in over 40 countries worldwide, even without Minecraft's official involvement. With that market in mind, Minecraft Education Edition got off the ground and now offers lessons for kids as young as 5 up to teens and even college students. Teachers were given free trials during the testing period ahead of today's official launch in order to offer feedback and try Minecraft in the classrooms. The company in September said that during the trials, over 35,000 students and teachers have used the software.
Nice.
The companion app Classroom Mode was previously announced along with the November launch date. This new app allows teachers to change the variables for the world, offer up items to students, communicate with students, and transport students virtually from a central interface. Now live, Minecraft Education Edition is no longer free, but will instead cost $5 per user. Volume pricing will be available for larger institutions.
So what was the first part there? They had to acquire the Microsoft.edu.
There was a sort of business called Minecraft Edu, sorry, and they went to schools and taught people how to use Minecraft, and it gave kids learning how to make buildings, structures, and even my daughter has done it in some of her high school classes previously, where they want to do a scale model of the school. Or some places, some councils even have said, "Here's a open space, bit of parkland that we want to put some stuff in there. You kids design that in Minecraft, submit it to us, and we'll check out the submissions and see which one we might go with, and they might even design that."
Yeah, right. How good's that? Yeah, all right. So there's Minecraft Education Edition. I knew that was coming out, but. Yeah, so Minecraft is still as popular as ever?
Yeah, it's still going quite strong, and they're bringing out new updates all the time. I've just started a new server with Minecraft 1.10.2, and as I was mentioning earlier in the show, I updated my plugin to work with the latest Minecraft 1.10.2 Spigot version, which is made by MD5. It lets you run a server with plugins to do all fun stuff. So I've got a little fun game called Insanity Run that's had over 9,500 downloads, and anyone can freely put that on their server. I think it's currently running on about 36 servers worldwide. There's like 10 or 11 in China. It's really, really popular there.
Yeah, okay.
And for different platforms and stuff, and you can run around in there over blocks, and say you've got a diamond block, when you run over that, it shoots you up into the air, and they've got gold blocks there where you run over to collect coins.
Right.
There's an obsidian block that makes the screen go a bit darker so you can't really see where you're going. There's a pumpkin block which puts a pumpkin on your head and it shows your view through like a Halloween pumpkin mask.
Right.
So you see part of the game, but there's part of it missing, and then that disappears. There's one that makes you drunk. It makes a burp sound come out of the computer and the screen goes all wobbly and stuff, like if you're drunk for a few seconds.
Yeah, right.
There's blocks that slow you down and stuff. So, yeah, it's really popular.
Yeah, my kids they still play it, but they've moved on to this thing called Roblox.
Oh, yeah, my daughter loves Roblox too.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how they're making money out of that, but it's like it's a free web-based games, is it?
It is, but you can buy add-ons for your characters, such as pretty hair or hats or clothing and stuff in game, and people can pay money to play certain games in there. And there's stories of developers who are even people in their mid to late teens who've created a game in Roblox and made over $250,000 from people playing it, because if you get you're encouraging people to play Roblox, so that works for the guys who own I think it's mostly programmed by one guy who owns Roblox, and to get people to keep coming back and paying money and getting them to go into your game a lot, then people keep coming back and it makes him money, so he passes the money on to the developers who've made games through his gaming studio interface, which is quite easy to use, and there's a lot of websites with tutorials on YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but,
kids watch
you
those.
can make all sorts of games and stuff. There's one that's really popular. It's a pizza place, so you work in like a Pizza Hut, and people will order a double pepperoni pizza. So you've got conveyor belts, and it puts the base of the pizza on there, and you squirt on all the things, and that's your job to take the orders when people come in.
Yeah.
And then somebody is in the kitchen, and they do the cooking and stuff, and then there's somebody who delivers it to houses. When they deliver it, they get paid virtual money and things like that. So.
Oh, but look, the last thing I want to do is spend $2 to get some virtual hair. for my character. I'm like, come on. I think I did spend, Pokemon, I probably spent $5 all up.
Yep.
That's died in the backside, as far as I'm concerned anyway. Like, it was too slow. You couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not sure how well it's going around the world, but I haven't checked mine for ages now.
Yeah, I haven't played Pokemon Go in ages. I think it hit everyone, and then it slowly died out.
Yeah, they should have made it a bit more things happening. Because
I think once you get past like level 5 and you can join teams and things and you can fight in the gyms and stuff, it becomes a lot better. Up until then, I was like, I'm just walking around catching random Pokemons. What's the point of this? I don't want to play this anymore. Right. My daughter's like, no, you got to get to level 5 and then you can go to the gym and then you can fight people in the gym. You can take over the gym and claim it as your own.
Yeah, well, I got to the gym. I went to the gym and got smashed.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm getting out of here. Never went back. But anyway,
I was reading they got a slight resurgence over Halloween time because they did a Halloween update and had some ghosts and monsters.
Oh,
and stuff.
right.
So
yes.
people are like, oh yeah, I'll launch it again just to see what that's like, and then not play it again.
So there wasn't a big surge for the Blue Bilby stickers for Halloween.
No,
no surge.
A whole surge of 5 people. Crazy.
All right.
They took down Apple servers. They all melted.
Yes. Yeah, we'll go and have a look at Blue Bilby on the App Store. Get some stickers, and help Jace out. He needs another coffee.
Got to buy a house one day.
Well, this is true. All right. Well, let's get out of here. I think we had no stories to talk about tonight, and look at it. Look how long we've gone for
hours.
We're rabbited on. We're probably going for another 5. All right. It's probably a bit of a different show tonight. So hopefully you enjoyed the ramblings, and hopefully we'll I think we might have a guest next week, which will be good.
Cool.
We'll tell you who that is next week. All right. Yep. Okay. So thanks for downloading. Thanks for watching on YouTube if that's what you did. And until then, see you, Jace. We might see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
And we'll see you guys when we're in your ears next. Okay, bye for now. Ta-da.